So you really need to know where you are, because if you don't, then when they do put it in chronological order in the final edit, things will kind of seem out of whack because you weren't really connecting to what part of the story this is. Is this the big emotional climax where it has to have built and built and built, or is this the meet cute when you're first introduced and things can be a little more simple and maybe a little more casual? Welcome to Inside the Audition, the podcast where we go behind the scenes for a deep dive look into the world of auditions. I'm Joe Larsen, creator of Actors Audition Club, an international community helping actors book your dream roles in TV, film, and theater.
And I'm Brandon Knox, actor, producer, and co-host. Each episode, we chat with actors and industry professionals to share their audition experiences, insights, and advice.
We provide actors with actionable tips, strategies, and resources to help you elevate your auditions.
We demystify the often intimidating and misunderstood world of auditions to help you succeed.
So whether you're just starting out on your acting journey or you're a seasoned pro, join our Actors Audition Club members as we go
Inside the Audition.
We're doing it. Back here, episode 158 of Inside the Audition. I'm JFL, Joey Freddy Larsen. On the other line, we got Brandon J. Knox. Brandon, how are you?
I am fantastic, Lars. I'm feeling really good. Completed a Shakespeare class last night, and I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling ready to go, and I'm feeling really good about this week.
You're all shaken up. All shook up.
All shook up.
He's all shook up. Welcome everyone on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure to share this out with your actor friends. We got a great episode today. We're going to talk about 7 ways, count them 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways that Actors Audition Club can help you shoot standout auditions to get more callbacks and book lead roles in your dream projects. But first, before we get into that, just a little quick announcement. We want to welcome some new members to Actors Audition Club. The first is Patrick Dussault. Patrick's a fantastic comedy writer. He's got an enviable list on IMDb of all the projects and top comedians and festivals that he's written for. And now he's getting on the other side of the camera and wanting to do more on camera. So he approached us. Actually, it was a referral. Chris Sandiford, a longtime member. Chris Sandiford referred Patrick. Patrick's been here now for a voiceover session, and he just did a commercial session with Brandon the other day. So welcome to Patrick. You worked with Patrick, Brandon. You want to share some insights of working with him? He's great energy, super positive.
Yeah. Super cool guy. It's just such a great talker and just so chill. I just love how relaxed he is and just so willing to play around and see what we can find. And that's what I really love about him. And he's just so relaxed. I love it.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. You're a cool dude, Patrick. And not surprising because we got a million mutual friends. A lot of our members, especially the stand-up comedians, Patrick knows a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And once again, shout out to Chris Sandiford. Chris, when I asked Patrick how he knew about us, Chris Sandiford was one of the people that he mentioned and said that Chris has been coming here a long time and always had rave reviews about us. So we also sent Chris Sandiford a little referral bonus, something that we do. Any of our members refer people to Actors Audition Club, we'll give you 2 free sessions. So Sandiford's got those 2 coming his way on the house for introducing someone new to our membership. And the second person we want to welcome is Jason Tushinsky. Hopped on our $1 first self-tape session offer last week. So welcome, Jason Tushinsky. Love that last name, Tushinsky. Yeah. Jason Tush, as we call him. Jason Tushy. Jason. It's hard to say. Jason Tushinsky. JT has been. He's actually been a client of ours for a long time. He's an OG. Yeah. I've known him in the Toronto industry. He also has taught and coached at different acting studios around the city as well. So well-versed, well-trained. Mm-hmm. He's got great energy. He's always super fun, always super funny. very bold in his choices, and fun dude. He's another guy who, before and after our sessions, we're always chatting. We're always doing little bits and little skits and having fun little conversations. So welcome to Patrick Dussault and also Jason Tushinsky. And let's drop the link for those of you who want to join. Maybe you've been watching for a long time, thinking about joining. Now's a great time to join because you can get your first self-tape audition session for $1 when you join. And we'll drop that link. It's laughingvikings.com/AAC. And it's just $1 for the first 30 days. And that includes that first session practically on the house for $1. You can hop on board. That link is incorrect that you just dropped in there, Brandon. So we got to fix that link. If you can re-edit that. Again, it's laughingvikings.com/AAC. And you can take advantage of that. So whether you're a past client as a non-member, or maybe you're just learning about us, wherever you are in the world, you can join our membership, and we'll do that first session for just $1. And then you can take advantage of all our other things that we offer here to our actor members. There it is. That looks better. Great. Now, getting into today's episode, speaking of the membership, we would just want to do a quick little recap here for all of our members or people who have been aware of us but not quite on the membership. Talking about 7 ways that Actors Audition Club can help you shoot standout auditions so that you can get more callbacks and book lead roles in your dream projects. There's several ways that we can help you. So we're going to go through some of them. The first is quite simply to book a self-tape audition coaching and recording session with one of our audition directors. We offer those remotely or in person. We do them remote with members all over the world via Zoom. And what does that do? That hooks you up with one of our professionally trained audition directors who have experience in TV, film, commercials, theater, as an actor, often very versed in the casting process as well. And many of our audition directors, like Brandon and myself, we've helped hundreds of actors shoot thousands of auditions. And what do? We can help you in that session. We'll help you rehearse. We'll be your reader. We act as your director and also as your coach, giving you extra feedback and ideas and coaching, helping you mold and craft your performance and elevate it to the next level. And then at the end of that session, we'll edit the clips for you. We'll take care of the file transfer so that all you need to do is just worry about your prep and worry about your acting, worry about having fun. It's funny. You don't need to worry about anything, actually. Don't worry. Be happy. And just act. So you can do that once you're a member. You'll get discounted rates as a member, and you'll find all that information at laughingvikings.com. Or if you follow us on Instagram at Actors Audition Club, our link in bio has links to book sessions there. And we've got Brandon Knox, we've got myself, we've got Erin, Elizabeth Reed, Sebastian Sage, Cheryl Poirier, Gotham Narayan, and Monine Daly are all available. Generally, those sessions, the timing of those 7 days a week from 8 a.m. all the way up to about 11 p.m. Every session director keeps different hours within those hours, but pretty much any day of the week, especially same day, short notice type things, we can help you with those. And no matter where you are in the world, we will hop on a Zoom with you, or we can do it in our Toronto studio here if you're a Toronto-based actor. Brandon, I know you love running those. You want to talk about those sessions and the value of those sessions?
Yeah. The thing I love about working on it with what I love about working with it, I'm going to start over. What I love about working on sessions, especially with you, Lars, is the flow of ideas, and just the fact that we can talk about things and we can come up with things, and we really craft this piece, and that's a full piece. It's not just a self-tape. It has become its own entity and become its own little short film. And that's what I love about doing these, is that it's making something that you feel good about and that you feel fulfilled with doing, and that you don't need that extra call because you did something and you accomplished something and you feel like you've gotten better in your craft. And that's what I really love about it. And I love seeing people go from coming in and they don't know quite what to do with it, and like they leave, and we've made this audition, we've made these characters come to life, we've created a world that they can inhabit in. I've been working with Kirti for the last couple days for 2 different auditions, and we've taken so many great projects and made them into something that we weren't expecting when we originally signed on to do them. Kirti does a lot of Zoom sessions with us, and so we're crafting something in like the confinements of her home. She has a lot of props that she can utilize. Yesterday she had a wig. She was a hairdresser, and so we crafted a little bit where she's actually working on a wig and actually like combing the hair and looking at the split ends, and that's what you got to do. You have to make it fun for you, and that's what we strive to do here at Actors Audition Club. Is we strive to make it fun, and we strive to make it something that's in an enjoyable experience in and of itself, and that's what I absolutely love doing. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part of it. Is for a lot of actors, self-tape auditions are very stressful because of not having a trained professional to work with, maybe not having a proper home studio setup. So it can be very stressful. Often people leave it to the last minute as a result, and they procrastinate, or they have a family member or a friend that they think they've lined up to help them, and then they bail last minute due to their own schedule stuff. So this is just a way for you to rest assured that it's going to get done the second that you get that breakdown from your agent. Or if you've got it on your own, then you just book a session with us. You hop online, real easy online booking. When your schedule changes, there's very simple online rescheduling that you can do on your own end without a lot of back and forth and messaging. So real simple, just to remove all that stress. And then just to get you back to what this is supposed to be about, which is having fun. As Tom Todoroff says, it's called a play. It's not called a serious. It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be joyful. And that's what we can help you return to here at Actors Audition Club. Number 2 way that we can help you is our studio is available for live Zoom studio auditions. So a lot of the times you'll get these either a first audition or a callback, but often people have the distractions of loud kids, loud family members, loud neighbors, loud pets, construction in the next room, fire engines and jackhammers across the street. So if you don't have a suitable setup and you're in our Toronto location, what we do is you book the studio. We have all the tech set up here, our laptops, our mics, everything set up for you. You come in, you work with the session director before your call time, where you got to log in with casting and production, so that we can be running the scenes, making sure that you're hot, making sure that you have mapped out all your eye lines, you know your entrances and exits, and we'll rehearse those over and over and over again. So if you got 3 scenes, we'll do scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. And then when it's time for you to log on, you're not doing it for the first time that day, because as you know, a lot of the times with live auditions, you only get 1 take. Sometimes you get 2, you might get lucky and get 3. But if you're not on it and hot, there's not really any room for error. And those errors might be the audition that they end up having to use. And they say, thank you. Okay, bye. So that's the great thing about working with us in advance of those sessions is you're already warmed up. You're already rehearsed. You're not worrying about any of the tech stuff because we can help you. You're not last minute trying to figure out Zoom controls and eye lines and where's your reader and where you're supposed to be looking and what your frame is. We do all that stuff for you. So you've run a lot of those as well too. You want to speak to some of those?
Well, you touched on a lot of points. Rehearsing, it's so important, and I might be giving away the next point here, but you got to be able to work with someone, and sometimes you have to be able to adapt to what other readers are giving you. Sometimes the reader that the casting director has gotten won't give you a lot, and so you have to be able to utilize everything that you've put into practice without that other person. And that's why it's good to come to Actors Audition Club and work on live Zoom auditions so that you are ready to go and you are hot and you are warmed up. And that's the most important thing of all. You wouldn't go to a gym and just start lifting the heaviest weights. You have to work yourself up to it.
Love it. And every once in a while, you have the opportunity to use your own reader. And so if you've been running it with one of our directors a bunch of times and they ask you, do you have a reader and you want to use us, then great. We already have the chemistry. We already have the timing worked out. We worked out all the beats, where sometimes that's a little issue with a new reader, is you're not sure exactly when you're going to be getting the cues or how they're going to be playing it. So there's a little bit of uncertainty there. All right. The third way that Actors Audition Club can help you shoot standout auditions and get more callbacks and book lead roles in dream projects is by helping you with your rehearsal sessions. So we have a lot of actors who have the presence of mind and the discipline and want to invest in themselves and their own performances. So they'll book our session directors for dedicated rehearsal sessions. So maybe in advance of the first audition, or in between a first audition and a callback, or even between booking the role and having to show up on set. We have a lot of actors who come in and they just know they want to nail it on the day. And so they want to work on their scenes and have those rehearsals, have outside eye to discover new ways of playing it. So they have maybe 2 or 3 options locked and loaded, and different choices locked and loaded, so that on the day they've got their option 1 that they can play it, but then they can play it this way, and option 2 and 3 can be locked and loaded. And that's just, I mean, the saying that Tom often says is love takes time and love makes time. And we all know this. It's a short, the turnover from getting an audition to actually booking it. We never have that much time, and everyone's perpetually complaining, oh, I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time. And we all know the more time you spend on something, the more you'll discover. And we've all had that experience of doing an audition or submitting it, and then like 10 minutes afterwards, you're like, crap, how did I not think of this? And you think of a new beat, you think of a new idea, you think of something new physical that you could have done. And all of that would have come out had you spent more time on it in the first place. So that's where booking a rehearsal session, if it's a big chunky scene, rather than just booking your shoot session and coming in with us and having to spend all of that time getting one out where you finally got all the words, why not book a session in advance, rehearse, and then maybe right after that you have your shoot session, or you come back a day later. I know that a lot of people, myself included, if I can get rehearsal in and then get to sleep on it over a night, that helps it sink into your body and into your brain, and can help you really get into it a little bit more. And same thing with between first audition and callbacks and being on set. It's just the more time you spend on it, the more time you love it, the more you're going to end up loving your final performance. I know, Brandon, you've booked a bunch of those. I've booked those between booking a role and showing up on set, because again, you want to come in hot. And on set, I think people overestimate how many takes you're going to get, and they don't understand sometimes how little time, especially if it's television, that's a finely oiled machine, and they're moving on, and their whole day is just, they just got to get everything. They got to get the coverage. So there's not a ton of opportunity for you to work on your performance and craft and mold it and get notes and get some feedback from a director. It's like, okay, we got the wide, moving on to the 2-shot. We got the 2-shot, moving on to your close-up. I think we got it, moving on, next setup. And then you're just kind of like, oh, that's it. I'm barely warm. Was that, I don't know if I was quite there. So all these rehearsal sessions can really get you in that zone.
And they're so vitally important that you do them. I know for me, when I worked on Murdoch Mysteries, I was there on my second day. I was there for 3 hours total, and I think I only got 3 takes at the scene that I was in that day. and you got notes in between. You're like, okay, we need this a little bit faster. Oh, can you plant here instead of here? Can you do this instead of this? Just so that we get you on camera for this moment. And like that's what you have to. And like they were shooting with 3 cameras, so like all your coverage is done in that one shot, and so you only have 3 takes to get it right. And because you're not the priority, especially when you're first starting out, you're going to be in actor roles, you're going to be in principal roles, and you're not the leads of these films. They need to allocate a lot of time so that the leads get more time to work on their big scenes, because they're the ones that are getting the rewrites every hour or so, and they're the ones that people are paying to see. So make sure that you are coming in ready to go for those days. And a good way to do that is booking a couple hours of rehearsal time leading up to that day. If you have a week before, I would recommend working on that piece, however many scenes it is, every day leading up to it, at least 4 to 5 times a day, maybe 20 minutes to half an hour, just so that you explore it, just so that you have an idea of what to do when you get there. So that way you're not nervous, you're relaxed, you're ready to go, and you're just letting things fly. And people will love you for that.
Yeah, so it's all in you and you're just there and you can be present and you can have fun and not be the actor who's frantically grabbing the sides out of their back pocket in between scenes and be like, oh, okay, yeah, what are my lines? Like you want to know that stuff. You need to know that stuff inside out, backwards, like maybe even so well so that you know everyone else's lines. So if a director gives you a note or, oh, this beat, like you're right with them because you know what you have to do inside and out. You're very strong with your relationship to everyone that you're talking to. You're very strong with the conflict and what you're fighting for in every scene, so that you know it, especially because a lot of the times it's shot out of order. It's often not in chronological order. Mm-hmm. So you really need to know where you are, because if you don't, then when they do put it in chronological order in the final edit, things will kind of seem out of whack because you weren't really connecting to what part of the story this is. Is this the big emotional climax where it has to have built, or is this the meet cute when you're first introduced and things can be a little more simple and mm-hmm. maybe a little more casual. So just, knowing things inside out, backwards. So how do you do that? You just, same way you book a regular session with us, you can book it remotely. The great thing about rehearsals is you don't necessarily have to be in the physical space. It's like you want someone who's a strong reader, and you also want someone who's strong at giving you notes and redirects and suggestions and possibilities and ideas that you can then color up and shape your performance.
I also, before we move on, think it shows a lot of leadership and a lot of ownership over yourself and your passion and your career if you do this. And I think you should strive to do it. Like, you're going to make a lot of money on, like, sometimes 4 to 7 figures on a shoot, depending on how many days you're going to be there. And so, like, when you do this, you're taking control of your life, and a $50 session for rehearsal pales in comparison to what you're going to be making that day. So invest in the time, invest in yourself, and that will help you in the long run. And there's a sense of, when someone knows what they're doing, people relax.
Right.
When they show up and they do their own thing and they just have this confidence about them, it makes people trust you. And that will help you in the long run with your career. You don't want to be the guy that doesn't know anything. As Lars said, you don't want to be the person that's looking at your sides in between takes. You want to be the person that's looking over other people's scenes and going, hey, this is written really well. I really like this. Or you're reading something else. Read a book.
Or helping other people. Not certainly you don't want to be the problem on set that people have to fix, because the directors, and there's so many departments, and usually it's things for camera and lighting and making sure people are hitting marks, and they got to redo a shot because the rack focus, the timing on that wasn't quite right. So
think about how many times you've had to redo a shot because the lighting wasn't quite right.
Right.
And that, like, you
Which
gotta
is
make sure that there's enough time for the lights to be right, the set to be right. All this, you're waiting on everything. You
yeah,
can't
you just
wait
don't
on
want to
an
be the
actor.
you don't want to be the problem. Don't be
Yeah.
the reason that a take was blown because you're dropping lines, or you're distracted, or you're flustered because you haven't practiced. So like you don't have that rehearsal, and you're a little shaky. So you're thinking in
Mm-hmm.
your head, you're thinking, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, which isn't the great energy. And there's a certain competence and confidence that comes from knowing you're well rehearsed, and that feeling of, oh, I'm a professional. I've all throughout all steps, I know my stuff inside and out. I'm coming to set super prepared. They're going to be the guy, like I'm going to be the guy that saves them time when they're
Mm-hmm.
looking at the call sheet and looking at their shot list, thinking, fuck, we're not going to make our day. But then they come to your big meaty scene, and it's like, holy fuck, I think you just crushed that in one take. You want another one? We can give you another one if you want one, and you can take that second one or not. But you know, like you weren't warming up on that first take. You were coming in full tilt boogie, as Tom
Mm-hmm.
Todoroff likes to say, and you just rocked it. And then you're the solution to problems. And then every director, AD, producer on set, all the other departments, whenever they're asked about you, they're going to be like, yeah, he was great. He was a breeze to work with. He was super professional, super prepared, friendly. You know, like what possibly could go wrong there? You have it all locked and loaded, versus people who come in, if you're a little shaky, yeah, you booked that role and maybe you didn't get fired, and so you got your paycheck and you got the scene. But if they were to cast you again, maybe they would lean somewhere else. It's like you want that repeat business too. If you gone through all the trouble to get booked by a casting director and work on a production and meet producers and showrunners and directors and ADs, you want all those people to be like, yeah, I would work with this guy 1,000 times over again. If he's fit for the role, then let's get him back here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The fourth thing, the number 4 thing that we can do to help you shoot standout auditions, get more callbacks, and book lead roles is we offer these monthly meetups for our members, where we just have an open Zoom time. You can hop on, share victories, share struggles, ask questions, share resources, share insights, share advice. Just an opportunity for you to get together with some community and to ask those questions. We got out of the habit of those for a while. We're getting back into the regular habit of having those, but just an opportunity for you as an Actors Audition Club member outside of your sessions to approach us with questions, also to have suggestions if there's things that you feel are missing in the membership or in our support for you. That we welcome those suggestions for improvements, and if there's anything that you need. I love doing those too, and just giving people advice. Marco actually sent me a text last week, and he was like, could we hop on a quick call? This was on an off week where we weren't doing the group Zoom, and he just had some questions and needed some extra help. So I hopped on a call with him and just answered some of his questions and gave him a little coaching and pointing in the right direction. But I love those monthly meetups because you never know what we're going to run into. It can be specific questions, could be career advice, could be marketing advice, like thoughts on where should I get new headshots? I need help with a demo reel. Where do I get that? And it's an international community, so you have the opportunity to meet other actors at those Q&A sessions as well. Number 5 is we're often doing these special exclusive master classes. Often we're running our own workshops. Recently, we ran that 5-day audition challenge. So you're going to, as a member, have access to all of those. And speaking of a master class, we've got the exclusive master class with Tom Todoroff coming up. That's next Wednesday, October 25th at 3 p.m. from 3 till 5. Brandon's going to drop the link in the chat. Make sure to register for that. Tom's a brilliant director. You've heard his name a million times, I'm sure, on this podcast if you're a regular listener. I attended his conservatory. Brandon's been a longtime member of the studio. We've attended the summer intensive in New York City and many intensives pre-COVID when Tom would actually travel here to Toronto. But now is an opportunity for you to work with Tom and start learning his framework. And it's going to be a ton of fun. They're very inspirational. And if you haven't trained with Tom, it's really going to open you up to a world of possibilities, especially playing more love and playing more humor, which the world needs more of that right now. There's a lot of crappy stuff going on. So if you can be the beacon of light in your acting community and have some more love and fun infused into your own acting career, it's a great time for that. So make sure to register for that one. It's coming up again Wednesday, October 25th, 1 week from today. Still time to register. You can register as an observer, or you can jump in the pool and actually get coached by Tom on a 1 minute or 90-second monologue. So you can sign up for either or, observe or to perform. So make sure to do that. And we offer those. I would say we've got one of those happening, if not monthly, every couple months. We got something special going on, whether it's a masterclass with an outside expert or one of our own workshops or these special challenges that we've run. So it's a great opportunity to sharpen the saw and get some extra help. Number 6 is this very podcast. This is episode 158. So one of the things I love about this podcast now is we've got a brilliant archive of coaching and training on dozens and dozens of different topics. We've done interview sessions with tons of our members and actors where they share their experiences, they share their advice. Let me just actually go in. I'm going to go into our archive. So just to throw some of these topics out at you here, we've got there's an episode of Fueling Your Body for Acting with fitness trainer Francis Dufour. We talked about how you can escape the self-tape spiral of stress and get more callbacks and book lead roles. Episode 150, we talked about audition prep tips. What else we got here? We did a 3-part series all about Tom Todoroff's technique and the guideposts. That's episode 146, 147, and 148. We talk about the physics of performance with Tom Todoroff. Let me scroll through some of these here. We did a special episode 141, regarding headshots and actor photography with Yusuf from YMA Photo. That's a great one to check out. And Yusuf gave a special promotion where if you shoot with Yusuf for your headshots, he'll tack on, I believe it's 2 extra touched up images to whatever package you choose. We did an episode 139, how to turn your creative skills into income. So for those of you who are looking to break away from your Joe jobs and you're looking to drum up a little side hustle income using your creative skills, that's a great episode to check out. What else can we go through here? On that topic, episode 133 was 10 ways
also
actors.
The episode where he talks about demo reels.
Yeah. Episode 133 was 10 ways that actors can make money. We did an episode with actor comedian Sean Cullen, Chris Locke. Episode 128, we talked about having your own audition success checklist. What else do we got here? I want to scroll. Episode 123 is 4 ways to get more auditions. So whether you have an agent or not, 4 things that you can be doing to get more audition opportunities. What else here? I want to scroll through a few of these ones and just highlight them. Let me see here. So many good ones. So Brandon, drop the link in there. If you're not subscribed to the podcast, we do these live broadcasts every Wednesday at 2 on Facebook and YouTube, but all of the audios end up on every podcast platform. So wherever you find your favorite podcasts, wherever you listen to them, you can subscribe there. And I would encourage you, if there's ever something that you need help with, you can go back into these archives This was a great episode. Episode 105 is 5 things actors can be doing between auditions. So when you don't actively have an audition to work on, well, what can you be doing to further yourself and further your career? That was a great one. All of our past workshops, we did these 3-day audition hero workshops. The recordings of those have been posted. So if you feel that you want to go a deep dive and do an intensive 2-3 day workshop, you can take those in retrospect as the podcast. Episode 91 is a great one. 91 and 92. 92 is audition tech tips, so technical tips for your at-home studio. Episode 91 is actor marketing 101. Episode 90 is 3 ways to learn and rehearse your lines. Episode 89, 5 audition self-sabotage sins. So there's just so many in there. If we go back, real way back playbacks, we've got episodes with Mary Lou Rosado about Shakespeare, and also James Wallace and Julia Nish Lapidus from Shakespeare Bashed, who Brandon just did a workshop with us. Say it again? What'd you say?
Julia Nish Lapidus.
Oh, what did I say? Lapidus?
Yeah.
Is that what I said? Yeah. We've got one stage combat with Daniel Levinson was episode 53. So many good ones back there. So if there's anything you need help with, you can find that specific episode. Reach out if you have a question. We can direct you to one of those episodes. Another great thing to do is cruise through the episodes where we had guests, and every guest that we had, we asked them about their life story. We asked them about their audition experiences. We asked them about their audition process. We asked them about their advice to their younger self. So you can cruise through and listen. I don't know how many guests we've had, but we've had dozens of guests. So you can go through and learn and actually get experience from other people's experience. Episode 45 talks about how to land your talent agent if you don't have one already. So just tons and tons of great episodes. Like our archive of episodes is incredible. So make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. And number 7, the 7th way that Actors Audition Club can help you shoot standout auditions, get more callbacks, and book lead roles in dream projects is by being a member of our international community. We've got actors all over the world. We always talk about rising tide lifts all boats, and teamwork makes the dream work. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, build a team. And one of the things that I'm really proud of, and that's great for me as an actor as well, is that I have an audition team. So I'm not operating as a lone wolf. I'm not doing it alone and having to DIY everything. So there's a real sense of community, and there's a real sense that you have other people rooting for you and other people who are treating your auditions like their own auditions, because this can be sometimes a lonely journey, as you know, and everyone does have their own unique path, but that doesn't mean that you can't have a team and can't have a community and can't be doing this with other people, because again, that's a big part of it here is being in that community. So those are 7 ways that Actors Audition Club can help you shoot standout auditions, get more callbacks, and ultimately book lead roles in your dream projects. So we'll drop that link again, Brandon, the registration link. So you can go to right now at laughingvikings.com/AAC, and you can join. And when you join for just $1, one of the new member bonuses is your first audition session free. So if you want to take us for a test drive, you got a big audition coming up, or even if you don't have one right now, when you join, you'll get that credit so that you'll have access to a full session. And speak of the devil here, we just got a new Kirti just booked another session as well. So there you go, Brandon. Yeah. You got one. When's she booked for? Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, Brandon's going to be connecting again with Kirti via Zoom. Anything else you want to add for today, Brandon?
No, I think you covered a lot of it. It sounds it's a great community. It's a great Great people that are involved, and a lot of really funny people. And it's been a fantastic place to grow. These last 3 years that I've worked here, and we've enhanced the Actors Audition Club. It's been a treat, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Yes, intergalactic is where it will go. Yeah, we're the membership's growing every month. We're always adding new things and adding new perks and bonuses and benefits. And like we mentioned a few things. We've got member deals with headshot photographers, with demo reel editors, with Francis and his fitness offerings. So we're building a network of support for you. So when you need help with anything in the business, not just your auditions, we're able to help you with that. But what we focus on is actually the execution and the recording and shooting, editing and file transfer of your auditions. So you can get access to that. Go to laughingvikings.com/AAC. You can enroll for $1, and that includes your first session where you can connect with one of our audition directors, and we will help you shoot that standout audition. Thank you for tuning in today. Make sure to subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're watching on. And for those of you watching live on Facebook and YouTube, smash that little share button. Just share this out. And hop on that membership. We've got that $1 deal. You're never going to get a better deal on a self-tape session than $1.
This is true.
It's a good deal. And if you don't like it, ask for your refund. I'll give you $2 back. There you go.
There you go. Make it a profit.
You'll be happy, or double your money back. We'll send you a toonie for your loony. But it's never happened. Everyone's always happy because we do a great job and we care about your auditions like they are our own. So thank you for tuning in. This is episode 158. We've dropped those links in. You can join. Make sure to sign up for the masterclass and make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform for more audition tips, advice, and insights.
Bye.